breathe. Ah. All right, good morning everyone and welcome to RSL Active's yoga in Heathridge. All right, so I hope you all had a great Easter long weekend. And if you've been doing any work around the house, this is the perfect spot to be able to do it, where you might have been reaching for a hammer, you might have been shoveling, not poo, but shoveling something, soil or doing whatever, odds and ends. So we're going to be stretching, doing some side stretching today, loosening up that lower back, and then also continuing on with sort of opening up our hips a little bit, so then that way we could go through. I've got a special little configuration today. I'm trying something else a little bit different, so I won't be working on my 10,000 steps walking from each side of the room. However, at least then that you'll be able to see when we're doing some of the flow today, especially in the standing series. All right, so from here, I'm going to ask you now to, we're all starting in a easy seat. This is what we're calling it, and we're going to gently close down the eyes or look with a soft gaze slightly in front of us in a nice comfortable position here. All right, so we're just going to go internal here. You can close your eyes or take that soft gaze and arrive on our mat. All right, we don't need to shape the breath at the moment. What we'll be focusing on is seeing what parts of the body we might need to work on a little bit more. And it's at this point here I'm going to ask you to set your intention for the day. Maybe it's thinking about what we did last week and seeing where our body is compared to that, being grateful. Whatever your intent today is, we can set that now. All right, now with me, I'm going to ask you now to start shaping your breath, and we're going to be breathing in through the nose and then out through the mouth. All right, for a count of 3. So inhale, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Continue in your own time with this. And then with this breath, we're looking at no pauses at the top or no pauses at the bottom. So if we can imagine a circle, we're inhaling on as the circle comes around to the top and then exhaling straight through. This is what we call circular breath. So we'll do 2 more rounds of this. All right. So puffing up the balloon and then letting that go. So we're stretching that balloon, which is our lungs. All right. And then from here, I'm going to ask you now to breathe in through the nose, but breathe out with an open mouth. I continue on doing the same cycle, her circles. Right, like we're fogging up a mirror in the bathroom, right? Trying to fog up that mirror, right? And then you might notice that we blow out quite a significant amount of air when we're doing this with the opener mouth, right? And this is where we're trying to squeeze the air out through the top part of our lungs. This is the top body breathing. Like this. Now, keep going with this, and I'm going to talk you through and introduce you to what we call ocean breath or Ujayi breath. Okay, this is something to be able to come back to in yoga. If you lose your focus or your mind starts wandering, you might even be starting to wander now, is coming back to this breath, right? And then, so what we're going to do now with the open mouth is we're going to close our mouth, but still imagine that we're breathing out with our open mouth. And then you may get that sound of the... It sounds like an ocean breath, or putting a shell up to your ear and that sound, right? So we're closing our mouth when we breathe out, but imagining we're constricting the back of our throat still, like we're blowing out or fogging up a mirror. And then actually our breath starts to come out through our mouth, through our nose, sorry. So it's in through the nose and out through the nose. But we're trying to blow out, we're constricting the back of our throat. All right, excellent work, guys. Ujayi breath. This is the yogic breath where we can extend our inhale and then extend our exhale. All right, so from here, all right, now we're going to crack open the eyes. We've arrived on our mat. We're going to run here, so we're going to place our hands on our knees, right? And we're just going to take a couple of circles here. We're going to start lowering up our lumbar spine, right? We're going to pull on our knees and then push away and then round our back. A couple of slow ones here. All right. If we were working on the weekend, we might have been really working the trunk, especially if we were shoveling. All right, now switch sides. All right, we're going to try this a bit slowly, but from here for the next couple, I'm going to invite you, and everything's an invitation, so you can choose to do or you can choose to not. It's all about choice here. Here's breathing in on half and breathing out through the other. So let your breath guide the movement. Switch around again. And we're just waking up the body slowly, all right? And it doesn't need to look like anything, you know. All right, perfect. Fantastic. So we're just going to stop now here. Right now, reseat our sit bones. And from here, we're also going to do what we call tapping. So this is another part, or a somatic and part of yoga, is you're going to grab your right hand and then you're going to slowly, microphone's there, start tapping down the arms, back up through the arms. It's like saying, hello, wake up in the morning, maybe on the side of the neck. All right, we're going to get this hand now and we're going to switch, patting the shoulders down. So it's like you're clapping, so we're giving it, that's it. Very well, I can hear that there. A few slaps to wake yourselves up in the morning. Might give yourself a bit of a massage on that neck as well. All right, switching hands again, now doing the chest. We get your fingers now. Instead of flat palm, we're going to use our fingers. Now you might want to come up here on the traps. Right, the side of the neck might feel good as well. Right, and come across our chest, down here. Right, this clavicle here, switch hands. Right, this is waking up the body. Tapping. Right, so both hands here. Now we're going to grab your thumbs, place your hands on your head, and we're just going to gently massage around our eye sockets, right? Don't poke your eyes out. Right. These are a lot of pressure points here, and you can grab your fingers, and we're just going to go around your eye sockets for a couple of rotations. Right, if you get up here, that can release a lot of pressure that's coming in. All right, peekaboo. Sorry. Hanging around too many babies on the weekend. Too many kids and too many babies. All right, they're starting late. Alrighty guys, what we'll do now is move our hands to get our thumbs and then get our jaw as well, right? That sort of jawbone. We find that we can tense up our jaw quite a lot, right? And the jawbone, and then maybe work our hands to behind the jaw. Here, if you look up slightly, you can get under here and into that joint. We don't do that quite high. Open the mouth. Even if you tilt your head forward now and put your hands on the back of your head, if you're having a look, we can massage the back of the head here, and that might release some pressure as well. So use your thumbs. Don't forget to breathe as well. So this is all you can put your breathing in. All right. Especially on the back of the head, right at the bottom of the base of the head, you could get your thumbs up there and start pushing sort of in and up. All right, so you know how much pressure to be able to apply on the back of your head there. All right, and then with our fingers now, we're going to, our scissor fingers, we're going to massage our ears, give them a bit of a rub. All right, someone's talking about you somewhere. Oh, getting hot ears. All right, okay guys, well that's a little bit of the head thing, so now let's just warm up our necks a little bit by taking the slow circles around the clockwise with our neck, and now we're going to start incorporating the body into it here. Now bigger ones here, right? Kind of like this. This is inspired now by the guys going to Adventure World today on those rounds, and then now we're going to go slower a little bit, and then back to the neck again. All right. Now we're going to change directions and start with our head. All right. All right. Nice. All right, warming up the back, so going to take it out wide a little bit more. Perfect. Fantastic work. Alrighty guys, all right, we'll meet in comfortable seat here. All right, getting our hands in front. We're going to now take our nasal breath in and then our yogic breath out. Breathe in and then out. Breathe in. Look up to the sky in your hands. Breathe out. This one's a little bit different. Breathe in, breathe out. Cactus arms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Down. All right, that's the motion for the next two. Breathe in. Breathe out. Cactus arms. Breathe in. Reach for the sky. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. And look at your thumbs. Breathe out. Cactus arms. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to incorporate a twist now. So inhale. Come up. Twist to your right. And then arm across. Placing one hand here. Yes, excellent. So we don't need to lean. We just imagine growing tall. And then just spiking down and rotating around. So inhaling now. Right. Like a skewer. You know, where you see the meat on the kebab shop, we're just turning around that axis there, right, from our sit bones. One more to the crown of our head. All right, let's take 2 breaths here. And notice where that air goes. Slight body stretch. Inhale up and, sorry, I should have cued that in a little bit better. And then inhaling, and then down. Okay, so let's make our way now to our knees. Right, so if we can all do that, we can set up for putting a towel underneath our knees, and we're going to be going in. It doesn't matter which way we're facing, guys, or you could even, I just don't want you to be on the hard floor. So whichever way works for you. All right, go around this way and get the dog. Come on, cut them loose. Oh, here we go, guys. We're going to do some cat-cows. All right, so from here, we're going to untuck our toes, looking down. Our hands are underneath our shoulders. Right, fingers are splayed slightly, and then our knees are hip width apart. Right, and then we're looking down, and we can probably try and feel our toes or the tops of our toes or feet on the ground, so we can push the ground away. So this is tabletop position and in a neutral spot. And then from here, we're going to be coming into cow. So we're going to inhale and then dip our belly, right? And then look forward slightly. We don't need to dump our neck in. And then we're going to lift our tailbone. And then we're going to exhale and we're going to push the ground away and then tuck our head. Perfect. Right, we're going to inhale again. Switch it around. That's it. Fantastic work. And then push the ground away. That's it. And the movement doesn't need to be massive. Right? What we're doing is articulating our back and warming up our spine. Inhaling. Exhaling. Now with your come meet me in the middle again. We'll meet in the middle. With your left hand, I want you to either put it to the side or put it to the back if we can. Right? Whichever way works for you a little bit. We're stretching out our hand muscles now. Right? We're going to do and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right, meet in the middle again. Switch hands around. So right hand now, we're going to turn that whichever way as far as what is most comfortable for us. So it could be to the side, it could be to the front. Right, inhaling, cow, and then exhaling, angry cat. Inhaling, cow, exhaling, angry cat. Perfect, guys. All right, so from here, we're going to meet in neutral, and then we're going to place our hands, one hand extra in front. Right? We won't be on our knees for too much longer, guys, I promise you. Right, from here, we're going to inhale, and we're going to shift our weight forward so our shoulders are over. And then we're going to exhale, we're going to push back, left elbow down, one at a time, and then right elbow down. All right, perfect. From here, right elbow up, left elbow up. Now we're going to tuck your left toe and then push our leg back. All right, perfect. That's it. Right, we're going to use our excellent work. Now put our knee back down. With the right, we're tucking our right toes and then pushing our leg back. If you can. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, you don't need to if it's sore. Perfect. Fantastic. Now with this one here, that's a great way to hold your leg back, but what we're doing is actually doing some workups towards our plank pose. So plank, if you have a look here for a second, guys, plank pose or is push-up position, right? What we're doing is just working just this legs here to try and stretch out the back of our legs gently. So let's just try this one more time. All right, guys, so breathe in. Let's lean forward here. Breathe it back. Right elbow down. Left elbow down. Left elbow up. Right elbow up. Fantastic work here. One more with each leg here, tucking the toes. So tuck your toes. Tuck the toes in if you can. Right, so with 1 foot at a time, if you can. If you don't worry about it. Right, left foot back. Fantastic work. Knee down. One more. Right. Down. Alrighty guys, from here I'm going to ask you to just slowly make your way up in your own time. Alright, to standing. Fantastic work. Alright. So this is where you might need the chair, guys. If you can, yes. You can have a drink as well, guys. I'm trying to think of different innovative ways to be able to work up and build that upper body strength, especially for the push-ups. So we're going to be working on that for a moment, and this is the next bit, which we'll be focusing on while we were doing those things for warm-up, but I will actually show you as well with what we're doing now using our chair. All right, so with the chair, quickly, ladies and gentlemen, just sort of keep moving for the moment. For those with the chair, we're going to be doing sun salutation A. So from here, again, feet shoulder width apart. You're going to breathe out, fold, breathe in, halfway lift, and then breathe out. Oh, we could go from here again. That's fine. Breathe out, and then if we're coming to push-up position, we're just going to be leaning over our chair like this and using the chair, pushing down, right, for our push-up position. And then when we do our back bend, or the baby cobra, we're just looking up and then bending our back slightly. So we're not doing really too much, but you can see my upper back sort of move, right? And then coming back here, downward dog, and then meeting here. Okay, so I'll cue that for you, and then we'll get into it. Alrighty, guys. So from here, alrighty. Yeah, okay, we could all do it from here. We could do it face me. Let's do it. This is for the other bit, right? So from here, let's build the base of our feet again. So if we look down, feet shoulder width apart, we're lifting our toes up and then placing them down. All right, feeling all 4 corners of our feet, right? The toe knuckles and then the heel as well, or 3 really, and then sort of bending our knees. Slight bend in the knees. We're going to grow tall here, slight tuck of the chin, and we're imagining that the crown of our head is the top. So our hands can be at a neutral position, facing the front or facing the side, whichever is most comfortable for you and your shoulders. Right, from here, we're going to breathe in. Lifting our hands and staring up at our hands, looking gaze to thumbs. Breathing out, we're hinging at the hips, bending the knees slightly. Right, forward fold. Last thing to go is your head. Right, we're going to loosen our head. So from here, right, and you might find that you loosen your neck, is just loosening it a little bit now. Breathing in. We're going to straighten our legs, come up to halfway lift. And this is where we might want the chair if you need that now, right? Or exhaling now, hands meet mat. And we're going to step back now to either all fours or our push-up position. So for the chair, for our chair people, we're going to be going here. This is where we're going for our chair. All right, so the rest of us will meet in push-up position. Yes, excellent. And then for you guys here with the chair, that's it. Slight bend in your knees with the chair. Fantastic. Alrighty guys, from here, we are going to lower down. Terry, you know what your modification is. We're going to lower down. First thing is knees, chest, chin. Right, so exhale, knees first, and then lower down, chest and chin, like this. Knees, chest and chin, and we're going to meet in the prone position on our tummies. Right, from here, we're going to push up, right, and then sort of, that's it on the chairs, excellent. Baby back bend. Exhaling down, right, and then inhaling to push up now. We're going to push our hips back, right, that's it with the chair, excellent. And then now tuck the toes and come up for our first downward dog. All right, let's pedal our legs out a little bit if that feels comfortable for you. And you can always bend your knees. All right, fantastic. I'm just going to look up the form here. Fantastic work, right? So Bruce, you can bend your knees a little bit. Now push your tailbone up. That's it. Mum to the sky. We're pushing away with our hands. So like this. All right, so we're going to, from here, we're pushing away with our hands and then lifting. That's it. Bend your knees a little bit. There we go. Right tailbone to the sky. That's it. Boom. Right, you can take your gaze now. Might help out is we're not dumping on our neck, so take your gaze to your feet. Okay? Okay. Alrighty guys, perfect. Now let's walk up, right? You can meet your hands or you can slowly walk up. Perfect. Alrighty, and then we can all meet in standing position. Fantastic work guys. So with the chair, are you guys squared with the movement? Alright, so I'll guide it through like we're doing the normal, like a full sun salutation, and we all know now our modifications, alright? So when we do this, the sun salutation, or a vinyasa, that's what it's called. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, alright, let's start up here again. No, sorry, I'll keep going to the front of the mat, but we're all turned out. We'll do this one more time, actually twice more, so then we could bed the technique in. So let's look at our feet, shoulder width apart, lifting our toes, down. Right, everything's got a purpose here, so we're going to be setting, inhaling. Let's take this slow, exhaling, bending forward, hinging at the hips, hands meet mat. Right, inhaling, growing halfway lift. Right, bookshelf. Exhaling now, coming to push-up position. Right, as we're doing all on the one hand, exhale. Right, whichever works for you. Right, let's all meet in the push-up position or the chair push-up. Right, come down, perfect. Right, from here you could go choose to do a full push-up or come down with me with knees, chest, chin. Ready? Knees, chest, chin, and we're coming down. Now our hands and elbows are back. We're in the prone position. We're surfing like the other week. Right, from here we inhale and someone's pulling back on our shoulders, right? Doesn't need to be a huge bend. It's a baby cobra. And then exhaling. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling. Someone's pulling you back from the back of your shirt. Exhaling. So this one's a bit different. Inhaling. As we push back from our hands, right, tailbone goes back, tuck the toes, and then push your tailbone up and back. Bending the knees coming into. That's it. Now, gaze to your feet. Gaze to feet. That's it. Right, pushing away from our hands. Fantastic work. You could bend the knees. It's about bend your knees a little bit more. Yep, that's it. Push your tailbone up. Gaze to your feet. Yes, excellent work. Excellent. Now breathe in and take lots of little steps up to meet your hands, or your hands can meet your feet, or you can jump up or hop. Excellent work there. And then come up to the top. We're modifying this a little bit for some of the more advanced practitioners. We're just modifying a little bit. And we'll do this one more time. All right, before we get into my banana flow, I'll call it. All right, here we go. From here, let's look at our feet one more time. Setting our feet, toes. All right, you might notice I've gone a little bit faster, but because this is building the heat component. Right, from here, breathing in, reaching up, breathing out. Forward fold, hands meet mat. Breathing in, growing, lengthening for our halfway lift. Exhaling, push-up position everyone. Push up whatever works for you, or the chair, into our plank pose. From here we'll all meet at plank pose. Breathe in, shift your weight forward, and exhaling, lower down, chaturanga or low push-up. Let's all meet prone, head down, right, with our forehead to the ground. Right, it's like we're surfing. Inhaling, pushing up, baby cobra or full cobra, whichever way feels good for you. Exhaling, down. Let's do this one more time. Inhaling, a few back bends here. Exhaling. Coming up now, pushing away with our hands, tucking our toes, and then coming up to downward dog. Pushing back, bending the knees, right? Pushing the ground away with our hands, and then gaze as always to our feet. Excellent. That's it. And what the idea is of the downward dog is to have a lengthy back. And then from here, inhale all the way up, walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up, and breathe in, come up to the top, and All right, we are getting there with that sequence there. There is 2 more bits there. So just to show you, so when we're coming from our downward facing dog, so I'll show the example, right? So everyone's looking really good with here. So with your hands, you're pushing the ground away with your hands. Your gaze is to your toes. And so instead of, we can get here when we're fully warm, but it's okay to have our bellies on our thighs here. So if you look at me, I'm trying to push my tailbone up and using the hand. So that's where it's lengthened. And that's what it's designed to do, is to lengthen our back, right? And then when we walk up with lots of little steps or hops. From here, it's usually a 1 more halfway lift, down, and then up. So we're two moves away from doing the full session. But fantastic, we've really come a long way in the last bit. So now you're going to step over to this side. Let's take a quick drink though in the meantime. We're moving to what I call banana flow. And this was inspired on the weekend. I was near the Bunnings or somewhere. You know when you see the little wavy guy like this? That's what I was like. I was thinking, oh geez, I'm going to Bunnings, I was going to be lifting some stuff as well. And this is what inspired me for this flow here, because I thought that what we need to do is maybe do some side stretches and we can still be a little bit floppy and bendy at the same time. So on this side of the mat, so you will be mirroring me. All right, from here, and we're going to be incorporating what we've learned in the last few weeks. So don't be alarmed. Right, I will talk you through it. From here, we could look at our feet. Again, shoulder width apart, toes, and then we're standing in mountain pose. From here, hands up in the air. All right, and then we're going to clasp our hands like this. Yep, whichever way works best for you. We're going to inhale to the outside. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Bit of side bending, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, look, stretch, and come to wide-legged, double shoulder width apart. Fantastic. From here, we can face our toes out slightly, right? And from here, right, that's excellent, is hands up. Meet the sky, and then like horse riding stance, or they call it, just hold on, right, it's exhaling, horse riding, all right, we're going to squat a little bit, right, facing our knees out over our toes, right, we're going to do 2 of these. Inhale, exhaling with cactus, fantastic, straight back, right, tuck your belly in, 1 more, exhaling, and now you're going to be facing this side, is we're going to inhale, right, our toes are going to switch and we're coming into our stance now and bending and then looking to the left of the room. Fantastic, our knees are there. If we all have a look at our feet, yes, nice warrior 2s. We want to have those toes facing the front edge of the mat, the long edge of the mat. So turn your foot a little bit more, so we're pushing back on the blade. Fantastic, that is warrior 2. So inhaling, reach forward, and then exhaling, scoop the hands. Let's look up to the sky. Our back hand can meet our thighs. Let's take a breath here. Inhaling. And then exhaling. We're reaching forward. Now straightening the front leg. Reaching and straightening the front leg. We're going to rotate now. Hands on hips. All right. And then looking at me. Fantastic. All right. Micro bend in the knee. Triangle pose. Fantastic work. 2 breaths here. Inhaling, look to your foot. Right, we're going to now come around to the side here and take a lunge. So let's see, come up. Perfect. Fantastic. Keep your feet the same. Keep your feet the same. Excellent. Now, with me, inhale. Hands up, and then exhaling as we drop our knee a little bit. And then look to the sky. Right, fantastic work. Bit of balance here, guys. Right, fantastic. 1 more. Up a little bit, and then... Fantastic. Now, inhaling now, let's face the front of the room. Perfect. Now we're going to turn this way. All right, fantastic. Right, inhaling, reaching for the sky, exhaling. Drop the knee a little bit, right? Excellent. Inhale, exhaling. Yes, Ujayi asana. All right, so low lunge, 1 more. Inhale, exhaling. Inhaling now as we come up, our foot is going to now face the front to me. All right, keep this leg bent, and we will be coming into warrior two. See, now I don't need to move around the room, right? So we're doing it, we're mirroring it. So from here, 2 breaths, warrior two. Looking over the tips of the fingers. One more. Inhaling as we reach forward, flip the hand, and exhaling. We're going to go into reverse warrior. All right, other way, other hand, Jane, other hand. That's it, leaning back. All right, that's it. Fantastic work. And then inhaling as we now reach forward. Now keep turning, hands on the teapot, triangle pose on this side. Fantastic work. Now look at me if we can, if that's in your practice today. This is a bit of a balance stretch, right? Inhaling, coming back up. The front star pose as we come in here before. And you know what the drill is, we're going to be squatting now. So inhaling and exhaling. That's it. Bend only as far as what you can. Right, inhaling. Inhaling. Now, stepping up to this side. Look at that. We're on this side now. Okay, here we go. We're going to bend to the left or the all right. Geez, I should turn the aircon on, eh? One more time. Fantastic. Now you know what the time it is. It's going to happen now. Is we're coming to the bottom. Let's stretch our hands. Right, so from here, I'm going to do a quick forward fold is with me. Hands up. Star pose. Now we're going to forward fold here for a moment. If that works for you, bend in your knees. Perfect. Right. Hands on hips and then exhaling up. Perfect. Right, let's do this one more time. Inhaling. Forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Exhale. Hands meet mat. All right, now we can shift our hands to our hips or lower back and exhaling. All right, we're learning to hinge from our hips. Alrighty, guys, from here. Inhale. Inhaling. Now we're going to be turning our foot here for warrior two. Let's go, inhale, and then exhale. Let's meet in warrior two. Bend the front leg, pushing back on the base of our our feet, sorry. And then looking over our hand. All right, 2 breaths here. One more. Fantastic breathing. All right, so here's a bit different. We're coming into reverse warrior. We're going to be breathing in, reaching forward. Let's flip our hand now and then scoop the hair up, hand by the side, looking up, doing a side stretch. All right, for those who did some work in the garden, 2 breaths here. Coming into triangle pose now. Now put our hands on our hip and then we're going to inhale as we straighten our front leg, right, keeping a micro bend. We're still reaching forward, reach forward, reach forward. Once you've reached forward as you can, then we're rotating down, right, towards our foot. Perfect. Now peel your shoulder open and look at me. That's it. This is opening up the shoulders and then stretching our legs as well. Let's take 2 breaths here. Triangle pose. And then inhaling as we pour the teapot and face this way. All right, now we're going to look to the this side of the room. Your left, my right, and inhale. And then turn the foot. Bend the knee. Warrior two, look over the hands. Fantastic work there. Right, 2 breaths here. Reaching for the front and back of the room. That's it, perfect. This one's different now. Breathe in, reach forward, flip the hand, and then scoop up the air. Reverse warrior. Reaching up for the sky is more than trying to bend back, right? So we're looking to stretch the side of the body. 2 breaths here. On the inhale, hands, back hand to our hip, right? So like a teapot, and then now we're going to Inhale as we straighten the front leg, reach forward till we can't reach forward anymore. Then we rotate down. Fantastic. Triangle pose. Now peel the shoulder in, peel the shoulder back. That's it. Now look to the front of the room. Fantastic work. 2 breaths here. Okay, inhaling, coming up, unpouring the kettle there, facing the front, and then closing over this side. You know what time it is, here we go. Waving, side body. Hands down, all right. Cool guys, we'll take a quick drink here, because that's a fair bit. So we've added a lot in and really built on the last few weeks worth of work now. All right, so then that way you know what the next bit is. How are your knees feeling? Yep. We'll do one more of these. Does anyone want the aircon turned on, or are you okay? I'm going to have to learn how to... It is a bit warm. You want to turn it on?
It's all that breathing.
It's all the breathing. Yeah, oh no, yeah, turn it on a little bit, mate, if you could, please. There we go. All right. And it's all sorted it out. All right. Yeah, it does heat up a lot. Alrighty, guys, one more round. So if we're going to start on this side of the mat, please. Fantastic work. As usual, we're going to build up from the base down. So looking down, feet are facing the long edge of the mat. Pull your toes back, place them down slightly apart. Slight bend in the knees, spiking down at the heels. And we're looking at the crown of the head to grow a little bit taller, so we can just dip our chin a bit. Mountain pose, right shoulders back. Right, that's it. Inhale. Exhaling. Release. Inhaling. Hands come up. Meet together, clasp them like that, yes, and inhale. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling back to the top. Inhaling. Feeling that side body stretch. Exhaling. One time. Exhale. From here, inhale, grow. Exhale, let's meet. Wide-legged forward fold. From here, toes slightly out, so we're going to be facing our knees out a little bit. From here, you can rest your hands for the moment. We're coming into goddess pose or god pose or horse riding stance, whichever way resonates with you a little bit more. So inhaling. Exhaling. Cactus arms as we sit down. All right. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Right, for this one here, just imagine your knees are guiding over the same track as your... We'll do one more. So see if you notice that when we exhale, right, we're really opening up our inner thighs as well as opening up our hips. Inhaling. Now let's face this side of the room, pivoting on our feet. We're going to face this side of the room. Look down at our feet. Perfect. They can be shoulder width apart, guys. So you can open them up a little bit. Right, there's Andayasana, right? So from here, I had a mental blank for the normal side of the pose. We can come up onto our back foot toes. Right, from here, excellent work. Inhaling, looking up at the sky, and then exhaling, bending our knees and just dipping down a bit. That's it. Fantastic. Inhaling. You could come into as well a cactus if that's in your practice today. Right, inhale. One more time. Exhaling. Dropping the knees, feeling the front of our hip flexor stretch. Inhaling. And then coming down now to our toes, warrior two. So no, that's it, facing the same room. Excellent work, everyone. Fantastic. From here, we can lift our hands up a little bit higher at the back. Yep. Looking over our shoulders like we're at right dress. Looking over, making sure, and looking at our knees, we're pulling that out. Fantastic work. 2 breaths here. Next one's different. Breathe in, stretch forward, flip the hand, reverse warrior, scoop it up, hand comes down to our, yep, perfect. Looking up at the sky, side body stretch, 2 breaths here. The next one's different. Back hand comes up to the hips. And then we're going to pour the teapot straight in the front leg as we reach forward and then rotate. Reach and rotate, straight in the front leg. Now, last bit now is to peel the shoulder open. Fantastic work. Triangle pose. 2 breaths here. Fantastic. And then coming up now, unpour the teapot, straight that front leg, so we're now in this position. Right. Fantastic. Inhaling, adjust our toes out, facing out a little bit. You know what's happening now, horse riding. Excellent. One more. Amazing work, guys. Right, inhaling. Coming to warrior 2, facing this side of the room now. Exhale. Amazing. You guys are, this is awesome. So good. All right, so looking at our feet, our stances there are nice and solid. Fantastic work. 2 breaths here. Right, we're reaching for the front and back of the room. Inhale, scoop the hand, and exhale, let's go to reverse warrior. Fantastic. Right, 2 breaths here. Inhaling now, back hand comes to our, yeah, that's it, hips, as we do the teapot. Reaching, 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 straightening the front leg, as then we rotate. We're now in triangle pose. Last one is peel that shoulder open. That's it, perfect. 2 breaths here. One more. Now coming out of this, using the breath to guide us to pull us up. Changing our feet now, facing them slightly out, hands up, inhaling. Exhaling, cactus, right, horse riding stance. Inhale. Goddess pose. Inhaling. Coming now to this side of the room. Fantastic. Our hands are clasped on the outside. One more each side. So that's called banana pose. All right, fantastic work, guys. Let's take a quick drink here and we'll move to our balancing series. Wow, that's amazing. You've come so far in the last few weeks in terms of being able to follow the flow a little bit more. So that's really, you should be really proud of yourselves, guys. Did it? Ah, excellent. So here, now we're going to be coming in, and it's a modified sort of tree pose, and what we're going to be doing is going around the clock. So I'm going to call it around the clock. But what we're actually doing is resetting our gyroscope. So as we get older, those kids now that went to Adventure World, what do they like going on? Who likes going on spinny rides nowadays? No? Right, sometimes if we move too quickly and turn, we can get a little bit disorientated when we move a little bit quickly. So this is designed to be able to help reset our internal gyroscope. And it's a balancing exercise, which starts off now, we're going to be balancing on our left foot first. But I will demonstrate first, and then, so you've got 2 seconds, just keep sort of wobbling. And then from here we're going to, I'll give the demonstration. Lift up on the left foot, exhaling, rotate around. If you're here like this, that's okay. So, right, so whichever way works, I'll give you options. From here, and then rotate down, right? Inhale, rotate, down. Inhale, rotate, down, right? And we're going to go around the clock. So if that works well for you, in just moving our foot, what we're trying to do is actually train our hip to come open, and then down, and then we're going to meet it here. Okay? All right, clear as mud. Sounds like it? Alrighty, guys. So it'll be your left foot and my right foot, isn't it? Did I say? No. Okay, so you mirror me, but I get a little bit confused. All right, so from here, it'll be this foot, or that, your right foot that's balancing first, right? So mirror me, right, inhaling, legs up, hands up, it's all right to wobble, or just, yes, that's it. Exhale now, rotate around, foot down, and then exhaling down. Fantastic work. Right, that's all right, wherever you are, that's fine. No one's going to single you out. Those guys. All right, here you go, inhaling again, same foot. Exhaling now, rotate around, and then place that foot down, rotate. Fantastic work. Now, again, inhale. Exhaling, rotate the hip around, hands down. Let's meet. Facing this side, you can put your hands down as well after the movement. So inhaling, lifting the foot up, balancing, and rotating to meet me. Exhaling, down. All right, let's go the other way. So it's the opposite way which way you went. So just to note, guys, when we come up, right, so I should have explained it maybe a little bit better, is inhaling as we raise our hands. As we exhale, we rotate our hips and then come down from here, all right? So then and then place the hands down.
That's what you're trying
All right, that's what I was trying to say. All right, okay, you got me. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing all the way around the clock. From here, balancing on the other foot, right? Inhaling. Slow, exhale, rotate the hip and turn. Hands down. Inhaling, lift the foot, exhaling, and then hands down. Fantastic. One more time, inhaling. Two more times actually. Exhale, rotate the hip. Hip down. Meet that side. Last one. Inhaling. Exhaling. Fantastic. All right, so that's resetting the gyroscope. We're going to do one more time each side. All right, you know what time it is now. We'll do it a little bit quicker. And we're going to be linking our breath to the movement. So inhale, balance. Exhale, rotate. Foot down, hands down. Fantastic. It's a little bit of coordination as well, right? Inhaling, exhaling, rotate your hips, hands down. Fantastic. Inhaling, exhale, rotate, hands down. Inhale, exhale, rotate, hands down. Whew, fantastic. Now, all right. Right. We'll get to that one. We'll get to that move. I've got to build up to that one there, right? You've got to do a kick. Right, so we'll do some stretches for the back. All right, so let's now balance on the other side. All right, inhaling, exhaling, rotate, foot down. Amazing. All right, inhale, exhale, as we come around. Inhale, lift, exhale, rotate. We're leading with our leg. Right, inhaling, leg up, exhaling. Fantastic work. All right. Beautiful. Okay, whoop. Oh, yeah. We got there. All right, so what we're going to be doing now, right, guys, is we're going to start patting our head. Right, rub our belly. All right, now we're going to lift up with this leg. All right, fantastic. All right, okay, foot down. Switch sides now. So if you can do it. All right, lifting up. All right. All right. Yeah, patting the belly or rubbing the belly. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that was just for shits and giggles for me. sorry, no, but it is. It is. That's the coordination, and this is the thing, is that sometimes as we get a little bit older as well, is we lose that gyroscope. So if we're turning, we can get really disorientated. So from here, what we're going to do slowly, to your speed, right, is we're just going to turn around 3 times one way, right, and then, but without lifting the leg, all right. So what we're going to do is hands out, and we're going to turn in a helicopter. 3 revolutions. Slowly. No, Jane's going super fast, right? We're playing Goon of Fortune on the line 3 circles, right? I'm not sure if you played Goon of Fortune before, but we're like the Hills Hoist at the moment. All right, now we're going to meet back here, hands down. We're going to reverse that now. All right, take a breath in. Okay, inhale. Now let's slowly go around. All right, I don't want to disorientate you, so we're just resetting that gyroscope for when we do it faster. Not today. All right. Some of you might have some grandkids, right, that still want to be on the roundabout. Fantastic work. And down. Alrighty guys, that's all the stand-up work that we've done now. So let's make our way now to our backs, and you might want to have a block as well. So like last time, can I borrow one of your blocks as well? Right, we're going to be doing what we call a supported supine twist, and also have your strap ready. Right, if you have a look, there should be a loop, but if not, that's okay. You can just loop around here. That's absolutely fine. Perfect. You could use that, Bruce, if you want. The white strap, yep, perfect, yep. Awesome. So we've all got that there. We could loop that around when we need it. Okay, so from here, make your way to your back. Amazing. So we're just going to get a little bit heavy for a moment and just reset here. All right. Amazing. So from here, right leg up and then foot on the floor. Left leg with our foot on the floor. Now, if it's in your practice, right, so what we're going to be doing is lengthening our spine or just feeling our whole back body on the ground, right? Our feet should be flat on the ground, so put your feet flat on the ground, knees bent up. That's it, Nev. Yeah, there we go. Right, a little bit closer to you if it works for you today. Shoulder width apart. From here, reach for your block. All right, we're going to breathe in and lift our tailbone up a little bit and then place it underneath the sacrum or where our tailbone is, right? Not onto that lower lumbar, right? And then shift our weight onto it. This is called supported bridge. And we're going to be doing leg lifts for the moment. So starting with our left leg, we're going to breathe in and then breathe out. Lift the left leg, right? We could have it straight out or we could have it up, however that works for you. Right, from here, pull your toes back, put towards you, that's it. Breathe in, breathe out, leg down. Breathe in, set, breathe out, right leg goes out. Pull our toes back, fantastic work. Legs down. 2 more each side, inhale, left leg out, inhale, left leg down, inhale, right leg up, inhale, right leg down. All right, this one here might be for both legs if you're confident in being able to do that, legs up the wall, or you can choose to do the same again. Inhale, left leg, inhale, right leg. Both legs should be up now, right? Okay, well, yeah, you've got support. Oh, you don't have a block, all right? Okay, sorry about that. Toes back, and then legs down. Do you want a block, Nev? Are you okay? Right. That's all right, one more time. Inhaling, 2 legs. He's got a block? All right. Okay. Perfect. So we're pulling our legs up. Perfect. And down. Right, inhaling, lifting, and removing the block up. Now, if you could just take notice for a moment to see if your lower back's also feeling the ground, and if that's loosened up that lower back a little bit as well. All right, last bit here now is to grab our strap. Perfect, and we're going to hook it over 1 foot. Yes, that's it. Perfect. All right, now grabbing the strap, we're going to invite you now with your right foot, or whichever foot the strap's on, it's to straighten the leg, making sure that there's a micro bend in that. Right, perfect. Now, if it's in your practice, you can also straighten that bottom leg out, if that feels okay, if that's possible for you. Right, inhaling, and then we're going to let our leg come outwards, rotate it out. Perfect, under control, so you go as far as what you feel is comfortable for you. Now 2 breaths here. And okay, inhaling, coming up to center again. Now, switch your hand, because we'll pull our leg across to do a supine twist. Right, from here, same one. Leg goes the other way. Only as what's comfortable. Right, notice to see if you feel a stretch on the outside. All right, 2 breaths here. We're stretching the IT band, which is often a spot where, come up to meet me in the middle again, is often a spot where we will get some sciatica pain. Right, so switch hands again. We're going to be going outside for one more. Rotating the legs out, that's it. Amazing work, 2 breaths here. Inhaling to center, switch hands, and then in your own time, pulling across the body to what feels comfortable for you. Supine twist. Straight-legged supine twist. Meeting me in the middle. Leg comes down, switch sides. Woo. All right, take care with your hips because this is a bit of a hip opener, so take care changing it over, right? And we'll meet with our leg up in the air in a half staff pose, or legs up the wall. Right, left hand, all right, excellent. Now inhale, and then take the leg out, remembering having a slight bend in our leg, or a micro bend, and you can choose to pull your straightened other leg, the toes back, right? See if that works. Pull your toes back. That's it, towards you. Inhaling up to center. Excellent work. And then switch hands and then across for a supine twist. So from here, see if you could pull your toes back towards you. You might feel a little bit more of a stretch. Only if it's in your practice, everything's an invitation. Okay, straightening back up to the top. One time each side. Now switch hands, opening the legs up again. This is a great way to be able to regain hip mobility as well. Right, inhaling to the center and then exhaling and grabbing control of our hips again. Inhaling to center, taking the strap out now, making our way to final resting pose, Shavasana or corpse pose. Right, no more work needs to be done. From here, I invite you to start feeling that your body's getting heavier. You could close down your eyes. No, you're down. I'm sitting up. I'm sitting up. This is your Shavasana. Final resting pose. Right, so no, we don't need to shape our breath anymore. The work's done. So we're just going to allow our body to reset. And it's now that I invite you to come back to your intention that you set at the start of the day, if you did set one, or if you took one of the ones I suggested. All right. And be grateful for an amazing practice that you've had. Shavasana is often one of the hardest poses to do because our mind starts to wander. But that's okay. We can allow that to happen as well, as just acknowledge that our mind might be wandering. And then this is where you can start to be able to train your breath and your mind to come back to the breath that we spoke about earlier on. Okay? Alright. From here we're going to come back into our body. You can start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands. Alright, start to wake up. We can even reach up over our head if that feels good for you. Like we're going to be taking a morning yawn, right? Stretching out, and then meeting us up, meeting an easy seat. Meeting an easy seat in your own time. So take your time to get up. Into that easy seat, you can for the last bit of the meditation here. All right, fantastic guys. All right, so from here we're going to take one last breath up and then let it go. One more time. Letting it go. And from here, let's just put our hands in prayer what they call prayer to our heart center, dipping our head a little bit in gratitude, closing down the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to guide you through this 60-minute mindful yoga practice. You've come such a long way, and I'm so grateful to have you here joining me, joining you, guiding you through this practice. So thank you very much. Namaste. Awesome. Alrighty guys, if you've got any insights or want to hit me up for any modifications, I'll be hanging out for a few minutes after the pose. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Thank you.